When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious.
Hello there, good afternoon, and welcome to the Big Nerd Kids Quiz. I'm your host, Mark Hughes, and today we'll be bringing you 6 rounds of 6 questions each, 36 questions in total, 36 points up for grabs, and we'll test your knowledge on a wide range of things from geography and science and nature, a bit of history, and we might have a surprise round thrown in at the end. Big hello to everyone who's been playing for the last couple of weeks. Hope you're all staying safe. If you'd like a shout out at any point in the quiz, by all means, you can get in touch via all the different social media channels there. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Bring the music down a bit. So we're on tons of different media channels there. So if you want to shout out at any point, get in touch via the Facebook. And if you have any suggestions for any quizzes you'd like to see, or any rounds or particular questions you'd like, topics you'd like covered in the quiz, by all means, let me know. Use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz. Let me know where you're playing and how you're getting on. And hope you're all being good. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Big Nerd Pub Quiz YouTube channel. Don't forget, there's tons of other quizzes that you can play, including this quiz at any point. There's loads of Big Nerd Kids quizzes in there, but we've got loads of specialty ones if you've missed them in the past. We've got the Star Wars one, the Disney one, Harry Potter, football, Star Trek, 90s and 80s, lots of different types of quizzes there. We even did a Simpsons quiz last night, actually, which was really good fun, so you might get a little bit of a taster of that later on. Also, there's a movie quiz tomorrow night, if you can stay up late for that one. Don't worry, if you can't, you can always replay it at any time. And don't forget the general knowledge quiz on every Saturday at 8 p.m. So that's the rest of the lineup for the month. We're already halfway through. We're over halfway through the month. Film quiz tomorrow. James Bond on the 22nd. The Naughties quiz on the 24th there. And we've got tons of other quizzes coming up. We've got a Pokemon quiz as well. And if you're into your wrestling, both old and new, we're doing a wrestling quiz at some point. So yeah, do check it out. Tons and tons of quizzes coming up for you to keep you entertained. So if you need how do you take part in the Big Nerd Kids quiz, very, very simple. All you have to do is take part playing the Google Doc in the link in the video description, or you can just take part with a pencil and paper. I'll read out every multiple choice answer there is. There's 6 questions each with 6 in the 6 rounds. So total of 36 points to win. And the answers will be read out at the end. Like I said before, PM the Facebook for a shout out and let us know how you get on. Hopefully this wouldn't be too hard for you today. And yes, don't forget to listen to my radio show. Yes, I do a radio show every weekday from 8 till 10 in the morning. It's loads of fun. So yes, welcome to the Big Nerd Kids Quiz. Hope you're all staying safe. Like I said before, let's kick off today with our very first round. And like always, the first round is always going to be about general knowledge. So, don't worry, I will read out every question option there is. And I will read out every question at the very end of the quiz, so you guys have a chance to go over them. So in case I'm going too fast, which people have told me I've done before. But yes, here we go. Round 1, question number 1. Hope you're all ready. Hope you've got your Google form ready or your pen and paper at hand. Let's kick off today's Big Nerd Kids quiz. Get the logo up. Here we go. So round 1, question number 1. A little bit of a mathematical question, but how many hours are there in 2 days? Alright, so round 1, question 1. So how many hours are there in 2 days? Is it 36, 48, 72, or 90? So I'm looking for how many hours there are in 2 days. If you know how many hours there are in 1 day, then that should open it up for you. All you do is multiply by 2. So round 1, question number 1. How many hours are there in 2 days? Round 1, question number 2. What sort of animal is Sonic the Hedgehog in the video game? So yes, what sort of animal is Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh god, I've given that away, haven't I? So what sort of animal is Sonic the... I've given it away. Yep, that's great going for me. Round 1, question 2. Well, Scribble, you'll have that one for free. Basically because it doesn't look like any sort of hedgehog I've ever seen. Maybe it's a trick question, but it's not. It's but yes, how many... We'll skip over that one for the time being. The video is very big today. Anyway, so round 1, question 3. In which forest do Robin Hood and his merry men live? Round 1, question 3. In which forest do Robin Hood and his merry men live? Now, Robin Hood is a very famous figure in English myth and legend. However, was he real? Unfortunately not. He was a mythological, like I said before, he's a figure of myth and legend. Much like Arthurian legend, Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. But yes, but which forest do Robin Hood and his merry men live in the old tale? Round 1, question 4. What are the names of Harry Potter's parents? Another literature one here. Thought we'd throw this in since we did a Harry Potter quiz a couple of weeks ago. Round 1, question number 4. What are the names of Harry Potter's parents? So yes, from the books, they're famously not alive, but I'm looking for the names of Harry Potter's parents. So, round 1, question 5. This is one for you guys who've ever been on holiday to London, or if you live in London, or near around. But on the London Underground, what colour is the Bakerloo line? So yes, the options for that one: blue, black, brown, or silver. Actually, just cover the options here for Robin Hood and his merry men, just in case you didn't get it. The options for that one: the New Forest, Forest of Dean, Sherwood Forest, or Nottingham Forest. Those are the 4 options for question 3. And the 4 options for question 4 were John and Maggie, Eamon and Bridget, James and Lily, or Peter and Sarah. Okay, so that's round 1, question 4. I sometimes forget to read out the options because I don't do that for the adult quiz, because I'm almost afraid of giving too much away, unlike the second question there. But here we go, round 1, question 4. And we'll go back to the London Underground one here. So yes, the London Underground, which was built in 1863, was the first underground railway in the world. The first line itself was the Metropolitan and City line. And it was like one of the first ones, and then it became the District line. I think was the next earliest one, and the Bakerloo line was is a deep cover one. It's a very, very, very deep one. But all the different lines, if you've seen a London tube map, you'll know all the different lines have different colours. Central's red, and the District is green. But which color is the Bakerloo? Is it brown, blue, black, or silver? It's round 1, question 5. And your last question here is a religious one. So, but in which religion would you find the deities of Ganesh, Vishnu, and Shiva? What a deity is polytheistic religions. So there's various religions like Christianity and Judaism and Islam, and they have monotheistic religions. However, polytheistic religions have multiple deities or gods. But which religion would you find the deities of Ganesh, Vishnu, and Shiva? Is it Shintoism, Judaism, Hinduism, or Islam? So yes, round 1, question 5. So that's the difference. Yeah. So which religion would you find the deities, these particular gods, Ganesh, Vishnu, and Shiva? It's round 1, question 6. And there's your roundup there. So how many hours are there in 2 days? Number 2, which sort of animal is the video game character Sonic the Hedgehog? And I've just told you that one earlier on, so you've got that 1 point for free. Number 3, in which forest do Robin Hood and his merry men live in? Number 4, what are the names of Harry Potter's parents? Number 5, on the London Underground, what colour is the Bakerloo line? And 6, in which religion would you find the deities of Ganesh, Vishnu, and Shiva? So yes, that's your first round over and done with. That is all about general knowledge, and hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hope you're all enjoying the quiz and learning a few bits and bobs. Don't forget to get in touch via all the different social media channels here in the corner. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So yes, and if you're liking the quiz, don't forget to like and share the quiz. So here we go. Here's our next round for today, and it's all about movies. So yes, movies. We all love films, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have been watching loads of different films over the last couple of weeks. But here's your first movie question of today. Here's round 2, question number 1. I don't know whether you guys remember this movie or not, but round 2, question 1. Which classic 80s adventure film would you find the dragon Falkor? So round 2, question 1. Which classic 80s adventure film would you find the dragon Falkor? So the options for that, we've got The Return to Oz, The Page Master, Labyrinth, or The Never-Ending Story. So I don't know whether you guys remember this movie or not, but it's pretty far out, and it's got a great soundtrack as well. So, but which 80s adventure film for kids would you find the dragon Falkor? Labyrinth, The Page Master, Return to Oz, or The Never-Ending Story? Round 2, question 2. In the film Jurassic World, what type of dinosaur does Chris Pratt train? The character's name is Owen Grady. You might recognize Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy. But I'm looking for the type of dinosaur. So what type of dinosaur does Chris Pratt train in the Jurassic World movies? Is it the Brontosauruses, Velociraptors, T-Rexes, or Triceratops? I know you guys like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are awesome. I often wonder what it was like to discover the Triceratops as a scientist. What a shock that would have been. You'd have been like, what is this? Why does it... What? But yeah, I'm looking for the type of dinosaur that Owen Grady, aka Chris Pratt, what he trains in the movie. So that's round 2, question 2. Round 2, question 3. In the film Stuart Little, what type of animal is Stuart? It's round 2, question 3. It's a firm family favourite for many. But round 2, question 3. In the film Stuart Little, what kind of animal is Stuart? Is it rat, mouse, pig, or elephant? It's round 2, question number 3. What type of animal is Stuart in Stuart Little? Is it rat, mouse, pig, or elephant? Another similar question here, round 2, question 4. What type of animal is Bullseye in the Toy Story movies? Is it donkey, pig, giraffe, or horse? So what type of animal is Bullseye in the Toy Story movies? I don't think you get to see Bullseye until the second one. Yeah. But round 2, question number 4. Actually, what's your favorite Toy Story movie? Because mine's number 2. I think, or number 3. I actually think 2 and 3 are better than number 1. But then that's just me. If you have a favorite Toy Story movie, let me know. But yes, round 2, question 4. Is it Bullseye? What type of animal? Donkey, horse, pig, or giraffe? Round 2, question number 5. Now you have to remember your 7 dwarfs here, but which of Snow White's 7 dwarfs wear glasses? You remember there's 7 of them. They're all minors, and he's kind of the leader of them. But yes, round 2, question 5. Which of Snow White's 7 dwarfs wear glasses? Is it Doc, Sleepy, Bashful, or Dopey? So that's round 2, question 5. Which of the 7 dwarfs wear glasses? And if you remember from the Disney quiz, the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs was the first full-length feature animated movie ever made, and Disney, it was a revolutionary film in that respect. Nothing had been done like it before. Sure, always has to be a first, isn't it? So that's round 2, question 5. And finally, round 2, question 6. What is the name of the nanny played by Emma Thompson on film? I think there's been a few of these movies now. But Emma Thompson, Dame Emma Thompson, she plays a very famous fictitious nanny on screen. But which nanny does she play? Is it Maria Von Trapp, Nanny McPhee, Mary Poppins, or Evelyn Clark? So what is the name of the nanny played by Emma Thompson on film? Maria Von Trapp, Nanny McPhee, Mary Poppins, or Evelyn Clark? And there is your roundup of your movie questions there. Hope you've all got those down. So yes, just quickly go over them one more time. So which classic 80s adventure film would you find the dragon Falcor? 2, in the film Jurassic World, what type of dinosaur does Chris Pratt train? Number 3, in the film Stuart Little, what kind of animal is Stuart? 4, what type of animal is Bullseye in the Toy Story movies? 5, which of Snow White's 7 dwarfs wear glasses? And number 6, what is the name of the nanny played by Emma Thompson in the film series? Alright, just like to remind you, if you want to get a shout out at any point in the quiz, by all means get in touch, drop me a line on the Facebook, and I'll be able to read your name out on air. So yes, hope you're all having a good time. I know the weather's gotten a lot better, and everything seems to be going back to normal slowly. And I know so many of you guys in England, I know you guys go back to school pretty, the Irish system and here and in Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland is a little bit different the way it is over in mainland UK. I remember our summers are a lot longer. We got a lot more time off. But yes, don't forget all the different quizzes coming up. If there's ones you want to play, if there's ones you've missed out on, you can always replay them. There's the Star Wars quiz, Disney quiz, Harry Potter. We did one on Friends there recently. We had a Simpsons one last night, and we might have a little bit of a Simpsons treat for you later on today in the Big Nerd Kids quiz. And if you're into your music, there was the music one there on the 10th. You can play that one. Or if you're into your superhero movies, on the 1st of June there, 3 weeks ago, we did the Marvel DC quiz, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I know a lot of you guys are really big into your superhero movies too. Alright, so here we go. Here we're moving on to our next round today. And I thought I would make this an interesting themed round. So yes, this is round 3. Science and nature, but there's a little bit of a different element to this, and you can see on your answer sheets there's only 2 options per question. It's a true or false round, so every question is it's just a statement's going to be read and you have to decide whether it's going to be true or false. So here we go. Science and nature questions, very, very simple. All you do, like I said before, true or false. So round 3, question number 1. True or false, the Atlantic Ocean is the biggest ocean on Earth? So is that true or false? So do you know your oceans? There's 5 main ones. Some slightly smaller ones, but the major ones. are out there. Yeah, I think that they count 5 major oceans, I think. I have to look that up, actually. Well, true or false, is the Atlantic Oceans the biggest one in the world? It says here that the ocean is a body of water that composes much of the planet's hydrosphere. And they count, so you have the Arctic Ocean, the Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, and the Southern. I was right, there are 5. So those are considered to be the major oceans, and then they're connected by bodies which are known as seas. But yes, those are all the different types of ocean. But is the Atlantic the biggest one in the Earth? True or false? Moving on, round 3, question 2. True or false? Mount Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain in Africa. So is it? So where is Kilimanjaro? It is in Africa, but in which country though? I'm going to look it up for you. It's in Tanzania. It's a dormant volcano. But is it the tallest in the world? Or the tallest in Africa? So that's round 3, question 2. And a lot of people you can go and climb it. But is it the tallest in Africa, or is it just one of the tallest in Tanzania? Okay, round 3, question 3. True or false? Sharks are mammals. Now, we all know blue whales and killer whales and dolphins. They're all mammals. But are sharks mammals as well? It's true or false? Are sharks are mammals? Is that true or false? Subject of the movie Jaws, if you've ever seen that. So round 3, question 3. Round 3, question number 4. True or false? Spiders have 6 legs. Okay. If you know what type of insect a spider is, then that might give you a clue. True or false? Spiders have 6 legs. Round 3, question number 4. Round 3, question 5. True or false? This will test your knowledge on the location of the planets. Venus is the closest planet to the Sun. Is that true or false? Now, as we all know, Venus is actually very similar in size to Earth. And it's considered to be what Earth would look like if there was loads of greenhouse gases and not letting the heat out. And Venus is actually an extremely hot planet. They have landed probes on Venus, but the probes don't last that long. They actually melt. It's so hot that the surface of the planet actually causes metal just to become liquid. But true or false, Venus is the closest planet to the Sun. It's fascinating though. The Russians actually did land a probe on it, and you got a picture of the surface of it. So that's round 3, question 5. Round 3, question 6, your final true and false question of this afternoon. So, true or false, the study of plants is known as botany. There's tons and tons and tons of different types of studies, of scientific studies, but the study of plants is known as botany. Is that true or false? All right. Okay, so quick roundup there of the questions. So, let me know whether these statements are true or false on your answer sheets. The Atlantic Ocean is the biggest ocean in the Earth. Mount Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain in Africa. Sharks are mammals. Spiders have 6 legs. Venus is the closest planet to the Sun. And finally, the study of plants is known as botany. Okay, so yes, let me know if you do want to shout out at any point during the quiz today. Do drop me a line. If there's anyone here on Facebook or Instagram, we have the links up there on the side of the screen. All the different social media links are here if you want to have a look. Let's see. So yeah, if you want to get in touch, by all means, all the different social media channels are here. If you know anyone who's a big movie buff, there is the Big Nerd Movie Quiz coming up this Wednesday. And don't forget, you can replay the Simpsons quiz that we did last night. That was loads and loads of fun. If you guys are into James Bond, we've got a big James Bond quiz on the 22nd. And a Big Nerd 2000s quiz all about the decade. Just 10 years ago now. The 2000s quiz. Don't know whether the horror movie quiz would be suitable for kids. But I know the Pokemon quiz is. And a load of you guys are big wrestling fans too. So do keep an eye on all the different social media channels for the updates on upcoming quizzes. And if you want, you can buy Big Nerd Pub Quiz t-shirts from northerntees.com. Use the code BIGQUIZ for a 10% discount on that. And like I said, the quiz is completely free to play. But if you want to support the work that goes into making the quiz, then consider donating as little as £1 to the PayPal or become a Patreon. Massive thank you to all the supporters out there who have been following the quiz over the last couple of weeks. Like I said, I started the quiz, now we're into week 13 I believe, and I would have started the quiz about 2 or 3 days after St. Paddy's Day when I come home from London, and decided to set up the quiz basically because I wanted something to do, and the quiz has become a part of my life now, and it's really taken off. I've got over 5,500 subscribers now on YouTube, which is amazing to see. So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I always love seeing those view counts go up. So like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoy the quizzes, you can share them on youtube.com/BigNerdPubQuiz with all your mates. And share all your picks, let me know where you're playing, and use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz, of course, to get in touch. Okay, so enough of my yammering. We're going to continue on with the rest of the quiz now. Round 4 is all going to be about different types of food. Now, yes, this is always an interesting round. I always think it's fascinating to learn about different cultures and how people eat and different types of food out there. But this will test your knowledge on that. So here we go. Round 4, question number 1. So here we go. Yes. What is the biggest fast food restaurant chain? Now, we're not talking in terms of money. We're talking the biggest fast food chain in terms of locations. What do locations mean? Well, how many shops do particular fast food places have? So, is it Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, or Pizza Hut? Now, I know some of you guys, you occasionally get to go to some of these places as a treat. But I'm looking for the one with the most outlets, the most shops, which is the biggest fast food restaurant chain in terms of locations. Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, or Pizza Hut. And I did ask this one on the adults quiz the other night, just to see how people would get on it. But what is the biggest fast food restaurant chain? Round 4, question number 2. Lemons, limes, and oranges are known of what collection or type of fruits? So yes, you've got all different types of fruits. You get bananas, apples, pears, etc., etc. But lemons, limes, and oranges, they all fall into different categories. But which category do these particular fruits fall into? So lemons, limes, oranges. Are they berries? Are they tropical? Are they citrus? Or are they stone? I'm looking for one particular type of these are. What links lemons, limes, and oranges? It used to be that having oranges in your home showed that you were wealthy. It was like, because oranges were very, very hard to come by and very, very expensive to import. And so yes, if you were living in the Middle Ages, to even have oranges was a really big. It was a way of showing you were extremely wealthy, especially in Northern Europe where oranges aren't that common. But lemons, limes, and oranges are known as what collection of fruits? Here we go. Round 4, question 3. Another particular type of fruit. And this is like a small, hairy type of thing. But round 4, question 3. What country are kiwi fruits native to? Now, kiwis aren't they aren't grown here. They have to be flown in or shipped in from another country, and this is where they're from. In fact, kiwi is not only just the name of a fruit, it's also the name of a bird. So you got kiwi fruit and kiwi bird. But where are kiwis from? Indonesia, Malaysia, New Zealand, or Australia? I'm not a fan. I have to say, I'm not keen on kiwis, actually. The round 4, question 3. What country are kiwi fruits native to? Round 4, question 4. Goulash is the national dish of which particular country? Now, I know a lot of places have... I think I've got those questions mixed up. I think if round 4, question 4, I put it down as round 4, question 5. So I've got those mixed up on the answer sheet. Don't worry. So yes, if you scroll down to round 4, question 5 and answer this is what it is. But goulash is the national dish of which country? The options are Hungary, Russia, Poland, or Germany. So that should be question 5. You know what? You know what I'll do? I'll fix this very quickly. So this is question 5. And I'll pull that down. And this is meant to be question 4. This was a bit of a rush putting this quiz together for today. So yes, round 4, question 4. We'll cover round 4, question 4 first. But what is the Japanese delicacy made up of raw fish known as? I was in Japan a couple of months ago, and it was a really, really interesting country, and they've got very, very different food and eating habits to us in Japan. And a lot of the times they eat a lot of food very lightly cooked or not even cooked at all. But what is the Japanese delicacy made up of raw fish known as? Is it ramen, tempura, sushi, or yakitori? So round 4, question 4. What is the Japanese delicacy made up of raw fish known as? Tempura, sushi, ramen, or yakitori? And that question again. So goulash is the national dish of which country? That is round 4, question 5. So is it Russia, Hungary, Poland, or Germany? Now bear in mind, a lot of countries' national dish is some form of stew of some sort made up of local ingredients, but yes, goulash is one particular one which is central to one particular Central European country. But so goulash, where is goulash from? And finally, smorgasbord is a type of meal which comes from which country? Now it's a Scandinavian dish. And basically, smorgasbords are like you hear the term made up of load of different. You hear the term used to describe something like a collection of something. So it's a type of Scandinavian meal originating in this particular type of country. It's served buffet style with multiple hot and cold dishes. It comes on boards. So you ever hear so yeah. So it's different types of places and different types of food on it. Where does it come from? Does it come from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, or Finland? Yes, it's a Scandinavian dish. The smorgasbord is a type of meal which comes from which country? And there is your food and drink roundup. So very quickly, one more time. So what is the biggest fast food restaurant chain in the world in terms of outlets? 2, lemons, limes, and oranges are known as a collection of which fruits? Number 3, what country are kiwi fruits native to? Number 4 is meant to be the Japanese delicacy made up of raw fish. 5 is goulash is the national dish of which country? And smorgasbord is a type of meal which comes from which other country as well? So yes, that is round 4 all done and dusted. Moving on to the next round. And the next round we always do is about sports, and I know loads of you guys are all very, very keen to see the football coming back. So yes, the next couple of questions are all about football. I know you're all keen football fans out there, and I know I am. I'm looking forward to the football returning myself. This Premier League is kicking off, so here we go. Round 5, question number 1. How many times have Brazil won the FIFA World Cup? So Brazil are the most successful team in the World Cup, and you can see there the player Pelé. He's considered to be one of the greatest players of all time. How many times have Brazil won the FIFA World Cup? Is it 6, 4, 3, or 5? How many times have Brazil won the FIFA World Cup? Now, they haven't won it since 2002, although they are still the most successful team. There's a couple of others chomping right up behind them. Germany being one, Italy being another. So yeah, they're all keen to get in on the elusive number 5. Round 5, question 1. How many times have Brazil won the World Cup? Round 5, question 2. Who's the only footballer to score a hat-trick at the final of the World Cup? So it's another World Cup question. Is it Pele, the player saying there? Is it Jeff Hurst? Is it Diego Maradona or Paolo Rossi? So round 5, question 2. There's only one player who's ever done this. But who's the only footballer to score a hat-trick in the World Cup final? What is a hat-trick? A hat-trick is 3 goals. Okay, so round 5, question 2. Jeff Hurst, Pele, Diego Maradona, or Paolo Rossi? Round 5, question 3. Which team have won the Premier League titles the most times? So yes, the Premier League was started in 1992. It's the way to actually draw more money into the sports via TV revenue. And it became what was the first division and became like the top flight trophy for English football. Which team have won the most Premier League titles? Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, or Manchester United? Round 5, question 4. So which team had the lowest amounts of points in any Premier League season? I can tell you it was 11 points. So that you consider an entire season of 38 games. And a win is 3 points, a draw is 1. They managed to get 11, which is shocking. It's the lowest ever. They were immediately relegated very, very early on. But which team has the lowest amount of points in any Premier League season? The options there are Norwich, Derby County, Fulham, or Coventry City. All right. Bit of a joke. Round 5, question 4. Round 5, question 5. So which Premier League team has the largest amount of points at the end of the Premier League season? So yeah, so going from one team that have got nothing, very, very little. So one team have got, I'll tell you how many points it was over 100. Only one team has ever done this, and it's actually quite impressive. Not to say they were unbeaten. They actually did lose a game. But which of these teams actually had the most points of any season? Is it Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, or Leicester City? Round 5, question 5. And your final question, round 5, question 6. What nationality was long-serving Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger? My ex-girlfriend really big into Arsenal, and she loved Arsene Wenger. She said he should have stayed on forever. Yes, round 5, question 6. What nationality was long-serving Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger? Is he Dutch, French, Belgian, or Spanish? Arguably the most successful manager in Arsenal's history there recently. A couple of FA Cups, a couple of doubles. Failed to get the elusive Champions League final. But what nationality was or is Arsene Wenger? Dutch, French, Belgian, or Spanish? And there's your roundup there of your sports questions. How many times have Brazil won the FIFA World Cup? 2, who's the only footballer to have scored a hat-trick at the final? 3, which team has won the Premier League the most times? 4, which team has had the lowest amount of points in any Premier League season? 5, which team has had the largest amount of points at the end of the Premier League? And 6, what nationality was long-serving manager of Arsenal, Arsene Wenger? Alright, so here we go, final round coming up, and as we all know, we played the Simpsons the Simpsons quiz last night, so I thought it'd be great to give you guys a Simpsons round. So yes, The Simpsons is also up on, all of it's up on Disney Plus. You can watch every single episode that's ever been made of The Simpsons now, and yeah, it was really, really cool fun to do the full Simpsons quiz last night. So here we go. I thought we'd pick out some questions for you today and make a whole Simpsons round for you guys. I hope you will enjoy it. Okay, so here we go. Round 6, question 1. What is the name of Bart's teacher at Springfield Elementary? So what is the name of Bart's teacher at Springfield Elementary? Is it Mrs. Hoover, Miss Krabappel, Seymour Skinner, or Gary Chalmers? Round 6, question number 1. Round 6, question 2. Who created The Simpsons? So who is the mastermind who came up with the idea of The Simpsons? Simpsons now quite an old program. It's been on since 1989. But who created The Simpsons? Mike Scully, Richard Sakai, Matt Groening, or Conan O'Brien? Round 6, question 2. Who created The Simpsons? And sticking with that creator, so what other TV show set 1,000 years in the future was also made by the creator of The Simpsons? Is it Family Guy, Disenchanted, Futurama, or American Dad? It's round 6, question 3. So which other TV show set 1,000 years in the future was also made by the creator of The Simpsons? Round 6, question 4. On which street do the Simpsons live? This is the very famous house from the show. But what street do the Simpsons live on? Elm Street, Main Street, Springfield Way, or Evergreen Terrace? Round 6, question 4. Which street do the Simpsons family live on? Round 6, question 5. Your penultimate question for this Big Nerd Kids quiz today. Who owns the Springfield nuclear power plant? So that's round 6, question 5. Who actually owns the Springfield nuclear power plant? Who's Homer's boss? Kent Brockman, Mayor Quimby, Mr. Burns, or Mr. Smithers? So who owns the Springfield nuclear power plant and is Homer's boss? Mr. Smithers, Mr. Burns, Kent Brockman, or Mayor Quimby? Okay, so this is your penultimate question. Once I read out the final question, you can submit your answers and you'll get your scores at the end, but do stick about to get the answers at the very end of the quiz. So here we go, final question today, round 6, question 6. What's the name of the bar where Homer likes to have a drink? Is it Barney's, Carl's, Lenny's, or Moe's? So I'm seeing all the responses coming in. So round 6, question 6. What is the name of the bar where Homer Simpson likes to have a drink? Is it Barney's, Moe's, Carl's, or Lenny's? Yep, seeing all the different responses coming in now over the Google form. Quick roundup there of the Simpsons questions. Don't forget to stick about. We're going to read out the answers at the very end. So what's the name of Bart's teacher at Springfield Elementary? Number 2, who created The Simpsons? Number 3, what other TV show set 1,000 years in the future was also made by The Simpsons creator? Number 4, on which street do The Simpsons live on? 5, who owns the Springfield nuclear power plant? And number 6, what's the name of the bar where Homer likes to have a drink? Okay, thank you very much for everyone who's been playing today. I've noticed there's a good number of people there. I'm going to probably have a consultation with you guys at some point about whether or not to keep doing the kids quizzes in next month. I need to know what the situation is in terms of school, and I know the weather's fantastic. That's the thing. It's the weather is actually so good, so I don't blame you if you want to go outside and play. But yes, thanks for playing today. Like I said before, get in touch and use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz. Like and subscribe to all the different channels there. And thank you very much for all the support that you've been given over the last couple of weeks. Here's the answers to today's quiz, and I hope you've all done well. Let me know how you've done. So round 1 answers. There's 48 hours in 2 days. That meaning there are 24 hours in 1 day. So there's the simple math there. Sonic the Hedgehog. Give you that one for free. Because it's one of those things when you say it's Sonic the Hedgehog, you kind of have to follow through with it. Sherwood Forest is where, I know whilst the show Robin Hood is set around Nottingham, he actually hides out in Sherwood Forest. Harry Potter's parents are called James and Lily. The Bakerloo line is brown. And Shiva, Ganesh, and Vishnu are deities in Hinduism. It's the main religion of India. The round 2 answers. Screw this up again. Round 2 answers. It's the Never-Ending Story is the movie for number 1. Number 2, Velociraptors. Number 3, it's Stuart Little's a mouse. 4, is a horse. 5 is Doc, and 6 is Nanny McPhee. So here's the true or false ones. So false. We'll go through them again so we remind you of them. So the Atlantic Ocean is the biggest ocean on Earth. False. That is actually the Pacific Ocean. Mount Kilimanjaro is the tallest mountain in Africa. That is true. Sharks are mammals. No, that is false. They are actually fish. Spiders have 6 legs. Again, false. They have 8. Venus is the closest planet to the sun. Nope, it's Mercury. And the study of plants is known as botany. Well, that is true. So yes, the final one is true. So that's the lineup there. So it goes false, false, true, false, 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 true. Round 4. So yes, the largest place in the world in terms of the largest fast food joint in the world, and most locations, is actually Subway. We asked this in the adult quiz there a couple of weeks ago, but it's actually Subway. It's got more locations, and think about it. It's easier to set up. You don't have to have any deep fat fryers. You can set them up in smaller locations. You can have them in airports and train stations, and they take up a lot less space than, say, a bigger McDonald's. So yes, oranges, limes and lemons are all citrus fruit. New Zealand is the location of the kiwis. Sushi is the raw fish. And at number 4, we've got to split those, mix those up. Hungary is the place where goulash is from. And Sweden is where smorgasbords are from. Brazil have won the World Cup 5 times. Jeff Hurst is the only person who scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final. Manchester United have the most titles in the Premiership. Derby County have the least points. Man City have the most. And Arsene Wenger is French. And the final Simpsons round there. Miss Krabappel is the teacher of Bart in Springfield Elementary. Matt Groening was the creator of The Simpsons. Futurama, set 1,000 years in the future, also created by Matt Groening. Evergreen Terrace, that's where The Simpsons live. Mr. Burns is the owner of Springfield Nuclear Power Plant, and Moe's Tavern is where Homer likes to have a drink. So yes, thank you very much for taking part in the kids quiz today. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Sorry about the mess ups there. Like, I was in a bit of a rush to get this one finished today. Like I said, I do host a new breakfast radio show every morning now, so my days are getting a little bit tighter, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning on Zest FM. Do check it out if you're into 80s music. I sure am as well. Like, do check that out. It's the 80s breakfast show on every weekday from 8 till 10. And there's the rest of the lineup for the month. Movie quiz is on the 17th, tomorrow night at 8. General knowledge quiz is on every Saturday. Don't forget that. And like I said, thank you very much for playing. Don't forget all the different links. Stay in touch with me if you've got any suggestions or any kind of other quizzes that you'd like to play or do. By all means. Don't forget to like and subscribe all the different social media channels and donate to the Patreon and PayPal. Thanks very much for tuning in today, and we'll see you again shortly. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week. And hopefully see you all tomorrow for the Big Nerd Movie Quiz. So yes, good luck and goodbye.